And look at that. I'm actually in almost HD. Welcome to the Two Dudes podcast. I'm Rick. That's Kevin. Hope everybody out there's doing good. How are you, Kev?
Man, I'm good. 2 days into the week. When we get done with this, I gotta go out there and deal with that heat and cut this backyard that needs to be cut. Because a lot of fuck boys out there don't want to make no money cutting grass, so I gotta do it my damn self.
Did you really just say fuck boys?
Yeah. If I call you and tell you I need my grass cut, and if you don't want to do it because of the heat, say you want to do it because of the heat, says to me, "Oh, when's the last time your yard been cut? What the fuck does it matter? Do you want to make money or not?" I was like, "Well, my front yard got cut, but he didn't let me say I didn't like how it got cut. Donating money, helping this little dude out trying to raise money, I guess, for some sport or something. Paid him $30 to cut the front yard. You know how big my front yard is.
Yeah.
Gave him $30 to cut it. I don't like how little dude cut it, but at the same time, I had the money to donate. I put it forward. We go take my kids to brunch. They said they ready to sleep in and go to brunch. So I was like, all right. I basically donated that money to charity. Let a little dude cut my front yard. I like how he cut it, but I don't like how he cut it. So therefore, I was gonna have them just do a little trim job on the front, cut the back. Dude goes, well, I don't have a reason to be out your way to just come cut your backyard. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and decline. Did you even did you not pay attention to say I wanted the front cut too? I was easily go the front yard took you all of 5 minutes. The backyard probably took you another 10 or 15. Well, I was gonna put 50 or 60 in your hand as if you cut, my yard for real when you only cut the back. I was like, there's a lot of fuck boys out there on that bullshit. One dude cut my grass once about a month or so ago. Before I finally went and got another lawnmower and go say, "Oh man, well I wasn't. My lawnmower wasn't. It's been raining and stuff, so grass when it rains it gets thick. I don't want to hear that you wasn't ready. Like that's that bullshit right there. If you're not built for this industry, don't get in it. Plain and simple.
Speaking of getting in the industry, um, first of all, dude was lazy. He had no excuse. Other than that.
Yeah,
He should have just said, "I feel lazy," because that
I don't
I'm
want to get
not
in
coming
this.
out there to cut your
I don't want to get
backyard.
in
That's
this excessive
bullshit.
heat that you guys got going. So like I say, I'm dark skinned. I hate excessive heat. We gonna be on hiatus until the heat is gone. Hey, whatever.
All right. So, have you been watching the Olympics, bro?
Periodically, if I remember.
I will say this: you're doing a lot better than me. Um, the only reason why I caught some of it last night was because my youngest has been watching it and he's been getting into it. So, hey,
Really, what's he
whatever.
watching?
Well, I don't know what him and his grandpa watched the other day, but he watched swimming last night. No, it wasn't swimming; it was diving. So, yeah, um, and he liked that. So we've been doing that. But one thing that came up on MSN and a news outlet, they are considering making gaming an Olympic sport. Yes, as in,
Not surprised.
bro, at what point do we say that something is not athletic? Because let's just put it out there. It is what it is. Gaming can be fun. I know we've all done it. But, me playing you on Madden should not get me into the Olympics. Period. That's recreational. Do you agree?
That's where you're wrong.
Okay, well,
Where you're
that
wrong.
break it down for me. Break it down for me.
Okay. See, here's the thing with gaming. Because you're past your prime by a lot of years. Gaming first billions of dollar industry. You can make a living off being a game tester to where you probably making six figures. High five, low six, easy. The thing with gaming is first with the Olympics. The Olympics are trying to stay young. They're trying to find things to keep people enthused, keep countries coming back, keeping teams to where every country has a team. Because remember, what was it, 3, 4 Olympics ago? We didn't have X Games in the Olympics. Now we got skateboarding and stuff. This year we got fireball, or as they call it, 3-on-3. They got 3-on-3 basketball in the Olympics this year. I find that rather ironic. Ain't no big 3 team in it. That's really just crazy. But it's like they add things to try to make it young, and some things kind of fade away. You don't realize, because I don't know if they're doing fencing anymore. It's like certain things are kind of like disappear. Like I don't know if weightlifting's in. I ain't heard nothing about weightlifting or anything.
They have their days. Weightlifting
like,
is still in. I'm not sure about fencing. What was it that I saw the other day that I wondered if it was still in? Archery. That's what it was. Archery is still in there.
Yeah, see, like that, bowling, they're trying to keep it young, but
Now,
when it
now,
comes to
now, I know you
gaming,
make fun of my age and everything, but I just got to say this: this doesn't have anything to do with age. It's about really, because
no, it
back
does.
20 years ago, I would have said the same thing about ballroom dancing. That's not a sport. Why is it in the Olympics?
Dancing is a sport. I hate to admit it, but it
I'm
is.
not talking about them girls at the club that twerk. I am
No,
talking about.
no. I'm talking to professional. It is a sport because of the physical nature of it. But the reason why I say
Okay. Now we're gonna debate because
no,
the physical nature.
Let me finish on the gaming.
Okay.
The reason why you don't understand the gaming is because, like right now, you got your 31 NBA teams, 32 NBA teams, or whatever. Each NBA team has a digital team, to where they're literally paying, I think it's 5 to 7 people to run a digital team that plays 2K in tournaments against other teams, to where they're paying these mofos millions of dollars for like 6 months. I'm talking put them up in a house. They got spending money. They travel with the team. Or like how you got your Call of Duty set up and everything. You got teams like that. Because as a matter of fact, I think Mark Cuban got a team. That he has put a couple mil in. Gaming has turned to where there's a game inside the game now. And I personally don't understand it, but that's the new culture, to where Rick Fox got a team that is supposedly one of the best 2K teams in the world that you can't touch. It's like the Madden tournament done got so big to where it spawned off a ridiculous amount of things. Because you see the Madden tournament now comes on ESPN.
Yeah,
where
that's
you
true.
got players backing guys in the league, supporting them like, hey, here's autographed jersey, good luck, do it for the team. And I'm like, that's the wildest shit ever. But yeah, this is gaming, unfortunately, is gonna take over a lot more than what it should. To where a lot of stuff that we do, people are gonna watch the gaming version of it. It's just not even gonna be done anymore, which is gonna kind of take away from the Olympics. But that's the route they're going.
Have you watched the tennis portion of the Olympics?
No, because I really haven't seen the schedule of when anything is, because NBC literally has everything on all their channels. And they got everything kind of chopped up to where I don't know what's on what.
Yeah.
I just kind of catch up. Like right now, I got soccer on because my daughters may want to watch it or whatever. And last night I was watching fast pitch softball. It was Mexico versus Canada. I swear, nor chick looked Mexican or Canadian on either team. So I don't know what was going on, but that ball was flying. This one chick threw it 113 miles an hour, and I was like, that big ass ball? Shit was crazy.
True story, bro. There's a YouTube video. They had a celebrity softball game. Bo Jackson sent one to the warning track of the major league warning track.
I can see that.
So, yeah, them balls can fly.
There's a couple chicks, they smacked it pretty good to where you heard that shit where you thought the damn bat broke. It hit so hard.
Well, apparently, in tennis, Naomi got sent home. She got bounced early, so
no surprise. Her head's not in. She got a documentary on Netflix, and I feel bad for her because it's shown that they've been treating her like a child prodigy, to where it's like Michael Jackson syndrome with sports. She ain't had a chance just to decompress and be her. So sadly, her best days may be behind her because she can't handle the limelight, and they're not giving her a chance to take a step to the side. That's why I know we pay attention today. All the Simone Biles press have been going through or whatever.
I was about to bring that up. Yes, sir.
Here's my thing. She got hurt. She's hurt. Get off this BS of her saying I had to think about my mental well being. Half of you was hurt, and you think about what are you gonna say to the media when they ask you what's wrong, because you don't want to say what's wrong. In all for realness, you're the greatest gymnast in the world we've ever seen. You didn't need to do this Olympics. You came back to help Team USA because name one player on the team besides her.
Can't.
Exactly. So therefore, we begged you to come back. When you've already done the World Games, killed all them, killed all the Olympics to where you hot shit. You did everything and then something we thought you could do, and you came back just cause you got hurt. All right, we ended up taking a silver by surprise. Apparently, a couple of teammates made some mistakes where still could have got gold, got silver. But since she goes, I did it for my mental, it turns out, oh my God, she's worrying about her mental well-being. She still supported her team. They got a silver. Just so everyone knows, they're taking a mental health day tomorrow. Who gives a shit? I don't care about no damn mental health day. I swear, the world is so just, the world's so pussy right now. It gets on my nerves how soft they be acting.
Speaking
When
of
we was
soft
growing up, what
and mental
no,
health,
you need a mental health day for this and that.
speaking of soft and mental health, I just want to let everybody know who thought Space Jam 2 was any good, you are fucked in the head. And since Looney Tunes was all celebrating because they beat out Black Widow the first couple days it was out, the new standings are in as of right now for the box office. Old is the number one movie in the country. Snake Eyes is number two, and Black Widow is back at number three. Space Jam 2 has fell off the face of the earth. Yes, I will probably watch it one day because the little one may want to watch it. I get that. Yes, I am a little biased because, my Space Jam from my generation had the GOAT. This generation has the human hairline.
You're so disrespectful.
I had to be.
When it's all said and done, I watched them both. They're both trash. I rewatched Space Jam 2 weeks before it came out with the first one with the girls. They liked it. I realized how trash of a movie that was. Then I watched Space Jam 2 as I was putting my smoker together. Grill, not smoking.
Yeah.
And it was trash. I mean, it was perfect for today's kids. That's on probably your son's age, maybe younger, but it was trash. LeBron reminded me he can't act. Remind me how most athletes probably shouldn't act. And they took a shot at Jordan. It was like we found MJ. At halftime they losing. Bring him in. Everybody give it up for Michael B. Jordan. No, he said Michael Jordan. Here comes Michael B. Jordan. They like, this ain't MJ. They're like, yes, it is. Michael B. Jordan. It's like, it's the wrong Jordan. He was telling me, I'm probably supposed to be back here. Let me go back to my seat. That was their way of paying homage to Jordan and taking a dig at the same time.
Sad.
Which was trash.
I'm gonna keep it in the sporting realm real quick, and I'm about to do something that I never thought I would do in my life. I'm about to defend LeBron James. Did you see in the news where Donald Trump called out LeBron James and took some shots at him?
I saw something vaguely about it. Since it was Trump, I just kept going.
Well, what he said was, if I were a coach, I wouldn't be talking to da-da-da. I'd be getting some of these people that da-da-da, whatever. Oh, it says here, Donald Trump and LeBron James have a big history. They went from being pals to taking shots at each other whenever they have a chance, primarily due to political issues. So, I'm not even really going to give Trump the time of day because basically it is just for press.
Yeah.
For the next 2 years, he needs to stay in the press because he wants that Republican National Convention bid.
Oh, he's not getting that. The way they keep knocking people, I mean, they literally are sniping his team one by one.
Let me ask you something. If he doesn't get it, do you think he'll roll independent?
He'll try, but he won't have no leverage. He'll try just to show that he can do it. He only took the Republican just to show he could do it. He wasn't no for real Republican. That's just him just being anal, just to be like, look at me, look what I can do. That's all that was.
I agree. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I wanted to bring up here. Gonna give a little more seriousness here real quick because the big C, COVID, is still everywhere. And there's not one, but allegedly 2 new strains, the Gamma and the Delta. And I think we had the Delta first. And
I think the
now,
Delta was in Springfield.
huh?
I think the Delta was in Springfield, Branson area.
Well, they got a Gamma now. They say is worse than the Delta. And the reason why I bring these up, I saw on MSN today that Biden was toying with the idea of making federal employees get vaccinated.
Not surprised.
So here it comes, because as the way the government goes, most corporations will go. So I think if that happens, we will see a lot of institutions put the gauntlet down and say, in order to remain in our employ, you must be vaccinated.
But see, this is where you're right, but wrong. Government's following corporations. Federal Reserve, where our friend of the podcast, Tim, works, he got till September 7th, get shot up or get the dub.
But what'd you just say? Federal Reserve.
But they're not considered government.
But they're still federal.
They're not. I had to have Jay explain it to you when he worked there.
Okay, because
it's ass backwards, but they're not considered government. I'm like, how? When you say you're federal, it's backwards. But like his job, Truman yesterday on the news. So across the board, you got till September 20th. Otherwise, bye-bye. My sister that works for, I think her job, where she's at, people got deadlines. So it's starting to rear its ugly head everywhere. It's where people are about to be forced to where they have no choice but to get the shot. I'm waiting, me being in St. Luke's part-time, I'm waiting on them to say something because they make us get the flu shot. Why is this going to be any different?
True. And in the education industry, I'm waiting on that gauntlet to fall.
It is going to fall. Glad you said that. You know, my kids, Center District, just literally got a letter today, email, saying that if your child is not vaccinated and can't prove that they are, we're going to request that they wear a mask in school. What do you think that's about to do with kids? That's about to cause a fight. Because some kids, you know, that wrong kid going to be picking at a kid whose parent, it's not that they can't get vaccinated, their parent won't let them get vaccinated. But, you know, the asshole kid is going to act like my parent's better than yours.
Right.
So it's about to be just a whirlwind of just problem. So that's going to come. I expect that to happen. Because I'm telling you now, if St. Louis came to me tomorrow and be like, Kevin, you want to keep this job, you got to get vaccinated? All right, here's my badge. I'll holler at y'all. I'm out. I mean, the sad part about it, though, like I was telling Tim, I was talking this morning, by me job hunt trying to find a better day gig, I'm probably at some point have no choice but to get it because that's probably going to be a requirement with jobs now. So it's like slowly but surely, the sands of time are changing things. I don't know if it's for the good or the bad. It's a change happening. And I don't feel it's beneficial. Me and my uncle, we got into it today. All right, we ain't getting so we was going back and forth. This motherfucker will tell me that they've been working on this since Obama was in office. I said, so We acting like 9/11 and we just free letting people die and we know what's about to happen. I find that hard to believe. I don't see it at all. Because me and you, we're from the industry. We know it takes about roughly, what, 5 years, 4 at the fastest, to get something to market.
Yeah.
So you ain't been working on this no 4 5 years because you had no reason to. All motherfuckers can stand on this. Well, you know they changed the variant in the flu shot. I said if they do change it, which I don't think they do, you change a part of the flu shot. You're not changing the whole structure of it. It's no different than this battery in my car performs good, but I'm gonna put a better battery in my car that performs better. That's all they're doing. If that's what they do if they're changing the variant in the flu shot. I said so it's not like this is something brand new. He's like, what about the mumps and the meat, all that? I said, those were proven and tested before they came to market. I said, y'all the test for this. There's no difference. My best friend, her dad, got LASIK done. She lasted 10 years, then his vision started fucking up. Wasn't LASIK supposed to be a permanent thing?
When it first came out, it was, but they said later on that it's not.
Yeah, so he had to go back and get it done again about a year or two ago. So imagine that he in his 50s getting this done. If this shit gets shaken another 10 or 15 years, you'll be in your late 60s, early 70s. Can you take that type of surgery again? Or are you just going to be fucked?
A lot of people are going to be fucked.
Because my brother-in-law, he's supposed to be getting LASIK where I'm like, you need to think about it. Because, yeah, you young now. You don't know what you're going to be 10, 15 years now if it doesn't last. And then that's the problem. We were sold the dream, oh, this shit going to last. You throw your glasses away, never wear glasses again. And that shit wasn't true. And like I said, everybody got these shots, like I told my uncle. He was trying to say it's 99% that people that are dying right now are the ones that haven't gotten vaccinated. I said, that's bullshit. That's not true. That's not true at all. There's people right now that have died that got vaccinated. They got it again. I said the majority of people that are getting it are the ones that have been vaccinated. I said the non-vaccinated people, I don't see any of them getting sick. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh man, that ain't true. I said, yes, it is. So the country's getting more and more divided. It's about to be a third world country. It's about to be if you're not vaccinated, you can't come here, you can't go there. So
It's funny that you say we're about to be a third world country because I look at it in a similar light. If you look at Russia, the way the Soviet Union is now, they've got the extremely rich and then they've got the poor. There's almost no middle class there. It's gotten that bad. And I think that it is being divided more and more like that here in America. You've got your haves and your have nots, and it's getting worse and worse every day. And we've got racism, we've got classism, we've got sexism. So, yeah, we headed in that direction.
When it's all said and done, what's going on? It's like when like your Big Mac, you got your bun, your meat, bullshit, bun, meat, bullshit in your top or whatever. That middle bun really isn't needed. You just interrupted a double cheeseburger and all for realness. Middle class is that middle bun and it's getting smaller and smaller. To where it's about to be so paper thin to where you're not gonna see it because remember there was no upper middle class. It was just middle class. Then it turned into upper middle class, and lower middle class. That shit's about to break off and it's gonna be just, you either you got it or you don't. Like you said, it's about to be real asinine.
It is for real. And I wanted to say, and I used to say, once we get all these old suits out of these positions of power, we'll be all right. But the problem with that is this has gone on for so long now. This new generation of suits who have been brought up in the same way as the old ones, they are asserting themselves into power. So nothing's changing. And it looks like nothing will.
I think some things will change. It's just the problem is, will the change last? Is the change going to be effective? Is it going to be worth it? How much of a pushback will it be from the change?
It would take a lot of us to create a big pushback, and they've got so many of us divided among so many different things. That's how they're winning. Keep them
And then another
divided,
big
they'll never
problem
come
is,
together.
and we can't never get nobody on the same page either.
Right. I mean, look at
Everybody
us.
got their own. Yeah, everybody got their own things that they own fights, but nobody wants to put their fight on hold to help somebody else.
If you look at us, just black people as a people, we can't even get it together in our own communities. So right there,
And that's
they got us. And that's sad. And I'm not
man,
even
I'm
talking
actually
about
proud of
violence
this.
or any stuff like that. I'm talking about just general businesses. We don't support our own businesses, let alone
Hey,
anything above that.
they don't support us, so I ain't go front. I've been trying to get better doing shit with local businesses and stuff, black or white. But some of these businesses be trash. Service they give, the way shit go, it be trash. And
Now, I
I'm
will
dealing with
say,
Shorty D. Last time I went, I sat for 45 minutes for a chicken Philly. And had I already not paid for it, I would have left. And when I got it, chicken was cold and chewy. It was trash. I wanted to go back and throw that shit at them.
you better than me. Who sits in for 45 minutes for a sandwich? That better be a hell of a sandwich.
It usually is, but it wasn't. That's why I was like, I'm done with them.
Yeah, they've had to hear from me because that's probably when I would have went black. But
Really, you to win. Well, I'll tell you, you light skins, the way y'all be acting, you to win black.
man, you just be thankful you have never and you should not ever see my black side. I'm just gonna let it go and leave it at
I see
that.
every time the Raiders play the Chiefs when you lose.
Please.
Oh man, my Chiefs
I'm
not
not
close
even gonna
again. I didn't
stoop to
realize
that
that.
level. I'm not even gonna stoop to that level today.
Uh, I told my uncle the comment I made about the Lamborghini to the Cobalt. He thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, overpriced and it's made of the same thing, metal, glass, and plastic. So I'm not tripping over that.
And then he reminded me how he got a trophy and I don't. The conversation went left after that.
See, you opened the door. You did that. You opened that door. You should have never opened that door. And why do you think that my fantasy teams get stronger and stronger every year? I'm just gonna stay in the corner in the shadows, and I'm gonna let my team do the work.
It don't matter how strong they get if they don't win. It don't matter. You ain't
Hey,
do no better than me.
I was a few points away from making it to the big game, so
Didn't do any better than me.
I expect to be in the big game this year.
And we'll see. I don't know where this damn draft is going. I just saw today Minnesota signed D.D. Westbrook. I didn't realize he was still out there as a free agent. There's still a lot of good free agents out there.
I
This
didn't
is going to
realize
be
he
an
was still in the
ugly
league.
draft. This is about to be a real ugly draft. Like the linebacker from the Chargers, I want us to get. He went to 3 other teams and ended up signing with Pittsburgh on a 1-year deal.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I
Because
guess.
I think he wanted a ridiculous amount of money, which I know is the reason why we didn't sign him. And Pittsburgh ended up giving him like $7.5 million.
I'm not gonna rag on Pittsburgh though for real because until Mike Tomlin has just a real disaster of a year, I got to give him props. He holds it
He's
together.
definitely doing what he's supposed to do. He's worked with a lot.
Yeah, so since he's doing what he got to do, I'm gonna give him props.
And I think I saw Big Ben that came in slimmed down and everything. So I think they about to go on the road this year.
I'm not sold on him though.
The door is closing on him. You know, he's getting close to that twilight. You got about him and Brady should leave at the same time, if not back to back of each other.
Well, I think this might be Brady's last year. I think he's gonna get roughed up.
And you about to have that noodle arm like Peyton had.
You think so?
Yeah, and they did nothing to improve their defense, so they're just that much older. I don't know how much longer Seven Fingers can do it on that line.
Well,
So
see, that's the thing. If you haven't done anything to improve your defense, what happens is offenses catch up to what your scheme is.
and they, re-signed a young secondary, but that secondary is nothing without that front four. And that front four is not young.
No, no, sir. And I just caught that. Seven Fingers. You was wrong for that one, boy.
Hey, I can't help that he blew it up.
You leave JPP alone, bro. He got to face that same PSD syndrome every 4th of July.
Hey, he don't want to took Rice Krispie too far. He took it from the bowl to the streets.
Man, I'm not even gonna throw no cereal reference out there. That's just horrible. Horrible. All right. It's a pretty light week. You got anything else going on?
Man, just dealing with life, bro.
How's the dating game looking, player?
You said what?
How's that dating game looking, player?
That's about as lively as my rap career.
I don't know how your rap career is doing. Are you getting ready to put out a single? I mean,
nothing. I have nothing brewing, nothing going.
Are you telling me we pulled you out of retirement for 1 week only? Like a Vegas show? 1 week only?
I was trying not to, but that's the way it's looking. Shit. I threw my neck out there on a couple and got returned to senders basically. It is what it is.
Did you look at them YouTubes that I sent you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I meant to say I did. I'm sorry, I forgot. I realized I didn't respond back.
Start doing some of that shit that he be doing.
Oh, I'll try. You maybe was trying. Just on some random shit. I've seen clips of Usher's show in Vegas. He put on a damn good show. The tickets are draft ass high, but he put on a damn good show.
Yeah, I think my cousin went to go see Usher. Was it a couple weeks ago?
If they
I
want to
forget where she went, but
it had to be the Vegas show then, because that's all he's been doing. And them tickets are, I think nosebleed is like $200 something. Tickets are stupid.
I'm sure she went out of town, and I'm sure it was Vegas then. I'm sure she enjoyed herself.
Yeah, because his first weekend in Vegas, he had his residency started. UFC had a fight. Big Three started. It was like that weekend in Vegas. Everybody had concerts or something sporting was going on. That was just mind blowing.
Speaking of entertainers, your boy Kanye. How much have you heard of the new album?
None. It didn't come out like it was supposed to.
So that brings my question to you. Is Kanye through?
No. Kanye is trying to be like 50 Cent, be the ultimate salesman. He's trying to hype up this Dondra CD because it has his mom's name to it. It's going to be a mix of gospel and him rapping. It's going to be a Kanye type CD. It'll be like The Life of Pablo was, which was actually a good CD. And the thing was, he had everybody in the palm of his hand, and he closed it on them and decided he needed to put in more work. Because I give him credit to all of a sudden decide I'm going to go to Atlanta, get the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and do a listening party, would end up being just a concert. Mind blown. And you got your ex-wife there dressed just like you. Why you at my spot with your family when you divorced me? Get the fuck out of here. You the reason why I'm crazy now anyway. While I walk around with my face covered up. Get the fuck out of here.
No, so he was like, crazy before that, but people let it slide.
He's drumming up nice publicity. He's doing it. Then they say that I know Mercedes building was this big, the stadium. He's got resident in there to where he's in a studio. He's eat. He's eating, waking, sleeping, shit, and all that in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He's not leaving till the album's done. I'm like, interesting. But you know, at the same time, Atlanta supposedly where everything is hot now, musically and television wise, all because of Tyler Perry Studios. Now all of a sudden Atlanta's the go-to for everything. Which some movies have been filmed there, and Atlanta sound was taken over for a bit music wise. But now because of Tyler Perry bringing just that much more attention to Atlanta, now Atlanta wants to be like Superman with their chest out. Instead of an S, you got ATL on their chest, letting everybody know this is where everything happens. Which I'm like, that's not the case, but it is what it is.
Little known fact, most of the Marvel movies and all 3 of the Marvel TV shows were filmed in Georgia too. So,
Really?
yeah, Atlanta has been doing things for a good minute. And the reason why is because they have a nice climate year round, and they can fix up their architecture and their buildings to mimic any city out there. You want to look like California? Okay, all we need to do is add a few palm trees. You want to look like Florida? Okay, we can add this here. Want to look like Texas? We got a little beach down here. So they can. Man, it's like the prime spot. And if you needed to look like a industrial city, go further into the city. You can get plenty of shots in there. And not too many people been around that way before, so they're not going to know the difference between the downtown Atlanta skyline and the downtown LA skyline. So they can pull it off, and it's a lot cheaper than making movies in Florida, California, and New York.
Very true. Very true. Didn't think about it like that. Yeah, but I anticipate the album will be out before the summer's up because it's hot right now. I don't think anything else is really big will come out, so it's kind of a big deal. Well, I'm surprised you didn't have it on the docket. You ain't gonna speak on your boy Dre and his legal problem. Well, not legal problem, but as of right now, his legal situation.
Well, it's settled, isn't it?
It's not settled. That amount is like preliminary.
Really? Because I thought it was set.
that-
The court orders, what was it?
Well, it's one of the things to where I think it's letting her know it's not gonna be 200,000 a month like she was trying to get. Remember she had that asinine number she was trying to get or whatever, like then $500,000 a month.
Well, yeah, I mean, in her paperwork, you if you're gonna put I need my gold line draws, the judge is gonna laugh at that and say no. Basic necessities is what you need.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is what Dre's paying for now, that's what they're okay. This is what he does now, this is what he's gonna pay. And really, if I was Dre, every January 1, hey, here's your 3.5 mil. Here's your 3.5. Because it's like it comes with roughly 3.6 because it's like 90 something 9,000. It's like ridiculous random ass number. I was like, why don't y'all just bump it up to the 0 to where it's 3.6 every year? And somebody, I forgot who it was, they was like, they did a 30-year math equation or whatever, that 3.6, and it's only like a drop in the bucket to what Dre already got now.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say, because he's got like 300 and some odd million.
He's worth like 820.
Well, most of that's fluid. It's not.
Yeah, it's like he had to get it cash or whatever.
Yeah, but still, even if you just go by the low end and say 300 million, you know how many years he can write her a check for the next 10 years and just say, don't come at me until 2033.
And that's still only like 30 million.
Yeah. So
you know what he could do? Just be a real a-hole. Oh, so this is what we doing? Judge, I'm gonna go ahead and give her my royalties off the Chronic album and just leave the courtroom.
Damn.
Because that's consistent money being made every year.
But you know what? I wouldn't do that, and here's why. Let me roll back real quick. First and foremost, I made a mistake when I said he should just give her 10 years up front. Don't do that. Give her that first year, take those other 9 years, put it in a separate bank account, because 90 million, if you let that sit, it's going to make you 3 million a year every year that you got it in there. So she will never touch your original money again. See what I'm saying there?
I get what you're saying.
Now, back to don't sell your royalties off of none of your albums. Because remember a couple months ago we had that health scare with Dre. Imagine how many record sales would happen if he died right now. She would make more money. Don't give her a reason to get more money off of you.
That's the thing. She wouldn't. They divorced. His kids would get it.
But no, you said just give her the royalties off the album.
Okay, I'd sign her off like I wouldn't give her Chronic 2, 2001 or whatever, because that sold better than the Chronic. I mean, I give her, hey, here's my first album. Here, you can have this. You can live off of this. Because she's and this go sound fucked up. She's go pull a Eddie Murphy ex-wife move. She go fuck her money off. Because in fact, the amount that she was asking, how asinine all that was, that lets you know she's horrible with money. Because she thinks the gravy train was never going to stop.
Exactly. And I can't stand people like that. That's why, yes, I know it's a drop in the bucket for Dre, but what she's asking is ridiculous. And any judge in his or her right mind should not even agree to the 3 million, man. I mean, you're a grown woman, get a job. You can't work, I get that. You can live off of 1 million a year. You really can.
Because my thing is, if you go off the movie, which supposed to be a true story, she wasn't there at the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? She came in at a different part when he went solo. So technically he was already making money. So she shouldn't get that I've been here since day one. No, you didn't. The kids are grown, so she gets no money for that. It's like she's basically getting paid because she's accustomed to living a certain lifestyle. Which to me, I find that being BS. If we're going our separate ways, and if I prove you did something wrong, why do I need to keep your lifestyle going? Because clearly, if you went to another set of sheets, you didn't like the set I gave. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
They never confirmed anything. She accused him of cheating, and there was never anything confirmed on either side of that. But I think it's kind of crazy that I got to go ahead and keep you living on this level when you ain't did nothing to earn this level. You gave me 2 kids, but you're a lawyer. You chose to stay home and raise them. Because let's be real about it. Once them kids got in school, once they got to high school, no less, how come you couldn't go to work then? See what I'm saying?
You and me see eye to eye on it. I mean,
yeah. So it's actually being nice by letting it get handled the way it is. Because y'all, I know y'all said before, y'all think I hate women. It's not that I do, but I'll release the hounds and the motherfuckers to do what I got to do.
Well, that's the thing. You will see more men agree with us than women. And it's sad but true, because this legal system, the way it's set up, the system is set up to just stick it in and turn on the man. The system is set up to uplift the woman no matter what. She could have did you like a dog. You and I both know. I'm formerly divorced. You are divorced. You know how this can get. And I know that with our exes, we're cool with them. But you also know that in a moment's notice, things can turn on a dime. And a woman can fuck with you just because you pissed her off.
Turned
and there ain't
upside
a damn thing you can do about it.
They take it.
Yep.
And you
If
shake it like a salt shaker.
if your ex decided, you know what, I don't want you to see the girls next weekend, what can you really do? I mean,
That's
for
very
real.
true.
You could take legal action, but that would take a couple weeks to get that injunction going.
Yep. That's very true.
And if y'all get into it in public, she can say anything. Oh, I'm in fear for my life. I thought he was going to hit me.
And considering I'm 5'9", 3+, and she's 4'11", 1+, you already know how that look. David versus Goliath.
Court gonna side with her all day long.
Exactly.
You could be the most meekest man on the face of the earth, not in the eyes of that judge, because you are paying for what you could potentially do.
Mm-hmm.
And you will reward her for what she potentially wants. Period. That's all it is to it.
And what's funny is I'm the one without the record. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you know the legal system is all messed up.
It's messed up in a lot of ways. So switching gears, I know we're about to wrap this up. Just want to share something. You know, so we're trying to work on transparency and being more about our lives and, you know, all that other BS. So, the weirdest thing happened Sunday. So, like, you know, I had to work the part-time this weekend. I had to deal with a bunch of angry rich white folks. Do what I needed to do. So I sound country, I say white folks, I just get country all of a sudden. Did that. Then Sunday I had to deal with a lady acting just wild or whatever. And she was mad because I didn't take her entitled ass home. I was like, I gotta get somebody else in the hospital, then I'm gonna take you home. So she wasn't happy about that. But what was crazy is I got my girls early because their mama had something to do and she was bringing them to me a day early because she didn't want them to see her she was about to get fucked up basically. Because they were celebrating her friend moving. But I don't think things went the way they were supposed to on that, but that's a whole nother story. So usually on Sunday I'm here, you know, just me. I might grab something to eat on the way in, chill, get ready for Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but when that speaker I sent you, I got the speaker I bought or whatever that I was telling you about. So how about they can't keep that mug in stock? Brandy been trying to.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you still trying?
Yeah. It's 2 Walmarts by me, and there's one further out. One further out does have it, but I ain't gone out that way, so you know.
Bro, it's worth it. Brandy held mine hostage since May. I just got it back last month because she used it for my niece's birthday, and I had to do a covert mission to get it back. So it's worth it because she'll tell you in a minute if I get caught slipping, she's taking it back from me. So.
And see, because I need something that I can roll outside while I'm, you know, firing up the grill.
Yeah, because I need to plug it up now so it can charge. Yeah, it's because I called one as it was on the 4th, matter of fact. I said, "Where's Mouse and Aaron?" Oh, they outside with your speaker popping firecrackers. Oh, hey, I'm glad they're enjoying it. Meanwhile, I'm on the deck using my phone to hearing music while I'm barbecuing. Well, my speakers at least on it.
Damn.
Yeah, so you need to go make that drive and go get it. You won't be disappointed. And it's cheaper than when I bought it now, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Because it was originally 100, dropped down to like 80, I think, when I got it. I think now it's on between 75 and 70.
Okay. I might have to make that trip soon then.
And I personally think it's worth it. So I came in, messaged the girls like I always do when they here, talked to them for a second. I was like, all right, I'm about to get in the shower. Y'all need anything, whatever, this, that, and the third. So my new laptop has Bluetooth. It's like basically, which I'm not like telling already when I get the new car, how everything technology-wise is leaps and bounds better.
Yeah.
Playing with the laptop. So I just figured out last time how that I had Bluetooth. So I played around with it. I Bluetooth the speaker to the laptop. I was like, oh shit, cool. My phone can charge. Let me pull up Spotify on the laptop because Spotify is built into the laptop. And bro, this is why I say things kind of got wild. I don't know what happened, what caused it, but next thing I know, I literally closed my bedroom door, and from about 6:05 till about 9:40, I played music nonstop and couldn't stop. I mean, I'm talking just going, letting songs play, cutting one to go to another, just nonstop, just going. Don't know why. I haven't done that. I haven't played music that long, that consistent. I can't think of how long it's been. And you take away like two little minor DJ gigs I had in 18,
Yeah.
and done anything like that. So, you know, it was just I'm still trying to make sense of it because it was just so out of body and so weird to where I'm literally just there, just finding different songs, just different things on Spotify, and just letting that shit go for over 3.5 hours. And I'm talking, the music was blaring, so it wasn't low, it was blaring, it was going. To where I don't even know if they could hear TV or not Friday going so loud off that speaker. And so finally about 9:30, I texted them, I said, I'm about to really get in the shower now, and I'm gonna start playing the music. They was like, thank you. But literally for damn near 4 hours, bro, I was just going. And I don't know if it's because one, I ain't did nothing since 2019, or it was the fact that I haven't had any gigs this year, and when I do, it's back to back days. Or if it's my friend Tyrone was like, I was in mourning, and Tim was like, you finding a new routine because my old routine was got a gig, pack things up, get a little nervous, call the missus, talk, calms me down, I'm ready to go. That don't exist anymore. So it's just like, what am I gonna do now to get myself ready? You know what I'm saying? Like I've said before, my musical ear ain't been there, but I felt like it was there Sunday. It was. When I tell you, it was wild. It was just. I randomly found something like it was like '90s best of '90s East Coast rap or whatever, like Jay-Z, Jara, that whole era. Then it was like best of West Coast, thing like '90s or whatever, like Boys in the Hood, Snoop
Yeah.
and all them or whatever. And then I found one for down south. Then I was like, man, I want to hear. I watched Mary's documentary, Mary J. Blige or whatever. I was like, man, I want to hear Mary J. Blige and Jill Scott. I typed in that. Somebody had a mix of that. It was Mary, Jill Scott, and a bunch of R&B singers on that level. So it was like it was nonstop good music, and I was just stuck in it. Couldn't get out of it. So I finally just felt like, all right, I've had enough. Now let me get back to my regular. Took a shower, came up, eating dinner 10 o'clock at night like it's 8 o'clock. Like I wasn't just in my room banging out music for damn near 4 hours. I don't know what caused it, why it happened, but it was like the wildest shit ever to me.
Well, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you need that escape where you just sit back and chill. And that's that outlet. You need that outlet.
But see, that's the thing, though, I wasn't chilling because I was going to different songs and shit or whatever. Cause like I got some mixes I did on Spotify, and I hit play and walk away from it. But this time I'm actually, I'm gonna go to this song because each thing had like 40 songs to it. So
Yeah,
like I
but
might,
that's the thing. You was getting into it.
bro, and that's what it was. I might let the first and second verse play, and then I'll jump to the next song during the hook or whatever. And it was wild. That shit was wild. And I was like, I don't know where this came from, what caused it, but I'm hoping that's getting me mentally ready and knocking the dust off or whatever. We like when you doing pictures and shit, that's repetitive. The shot and everything. But every so often, you get something to get your juices going to where you're just like, oh man, I'm feeling this or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm hoping this is one of those moments to where I'm about to be like, okay, We ready? Okay. So it just it caught me off guard. I don't want to say it scared me, but it had me just like, what's going on? It kind of felt out of body in some regards.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've been on a really good photography shoot. Um, I'm contemplating doing one at the end of next month when I come up there, but there's so much that I want to do. It'd be hard to pack it into a couple days. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing that's for sure, you know, we gonna catch up, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna run that 3 miles and get that medal put around my neck. But other than that, I'm gonna try to, fit in a bunch of other stuff. I wanna get with my oldest. I know he's working now. He's doing his thing, but I told
Yeah.
him I
How's
catch
the
up
job
with him and we'll
going
go
for
to
him?
lunch before he goes to work. What'd you
Yeah.
say?
How's the job going for him?
Oh, he's liking it. He said that he's putting in a lot of hours, so I ain't mad at him. Do what you got to do, make that money. And he primarily works in the evenings, which is good because he can, do that stuff um, while school starts too. He ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about giving it up or cutting back hours. The only thing is, make sure that he doesn't, um, it doesn't interfere with his schoolwork. I mean,
Right.
granted,
Year
it's
right here.
senior year. For all intent and purpose, he's done. But,
Yeah.
you want to go out on top.
I agree. I agree completely.
So, real quick, what you got up for this weekend?
This weekend, I'm still waiting to hear back what's gonna be the outcome from the part time. I could get hit with a "this is your final warning." They could tell me don't come back. I don't know because she made a big deal, called my boss, and just went over the top for just no reason. Um, so I
Are
may
you
have to work.
prepared for that?
You said what?
Are you prepared for that to happen?
Um, I look at it like this. I've been telling myself come March of next year, I was gonna be done working that part time. I'm kind of tired of working 2 gigs, especially one that works my nerves like this. Because yeah, you may pay me 16 an hour, but you don't really pay me enough for the headache that you cause. You feel what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like you're not worth the mental stress you putting on me. Like I deal with this rich entitlement, and when you should have my back, you punk up. So it's just like it's not, worth it. Then summertime, 100 some degree, feel like outside and I'm wearing all black. That ain't cool. I'm good on that. So I'm prepared because I've been in my mind like I'm gonna be done with this come this time next year. So it's just, if they let me go, I just grind that much harder, find an even better paying day gig. Just do what I gotta do and just keep pushing forward. Of course I don't want to get fired. Who wants to get fired, You want
Right.
to leave on record. But they let money dictate what they do. Like for you to be non-profit, you show trying to make a profit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. But I'm anticipating working. I'll say I'll work. Then Sunday, I told the girls I take them driving, so pray for me. And Saturday I might just be on chill for them over. Depending on how hot it is, because we're supposed to be going through. That's why I got to cut my grass and I get off here. Because Thursday will be another heat wave where everything's supposed to feel like in the 110s,
Mm.
107s, supposed to be feeling that. Because like right now, I think it's like 90 something. It's supposed to feel like maybe 100, but I'm like,
Yeah, it says on my thermometer 94 outside right now.
yeah. But at least now the sun is kind of shaded, so it won't be as bad out there.
Yeah, that's cool. My weekend's pretty much gonna be relax indoors. I got some artwork that I want to do, and I'm gonna get back out there on the roads and resume running either Friday or Saturday.
Oh, and I got to work on my playlist for the cigar party. I got to work on my playlist for that and just go from there. Oh, I got to vent this out. So I got the whole smoke and pain coming up, right?
Right.
I don't know why. I guess some people just they don't understand how you do things. Okay, so it's cool that I'm on the flyer. Yay, I'm on the flyer. But when you do other ads, you're supposed to mention the vendors involved. Am I right or wrong?
You are right. I, I'm gonna chalk it up like this because I do a lot of ads, especially for our show and some things that I'm working on. When you get done with something, almost always you think, man, I should have did this or I should have added that. I'm willing to bet that's happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I had to be a realist after talking to the girl's mom or whatever. If this thing don't sell, I could be the first one to get released from my duties, and they'll figure something else out that's less pricey. And I understand that. I get it. So it's one of those things where, in the end, I'm gonna make the best of what I got to do, but I won't be surprised either.
Well, I'm gonna have my fingers crossed for you because one thing that I am working on, and I advise all these other brothers out here to work on, find you not one, not two, but maybe even three alternative revenue streams. Because one is not enough, no matter who you are these days. Um, Especially for us middle class, whatever you want to call it. Um, if you've got a second or third revenue stream, it goes a long way. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of people beating down my door saying, "Hey, I'm getting married, and we need a photographer." Um, as a matter of fact, it seems like every year it's fewer and farther in between. So I need to get off my butt and do some other things. I'm gonna try to get some business cards made and try to do some corporate photography because I
Yeah,
know a lot of these corporations they need headshots for their people or they need videos filmed for certain product placements and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to get into that side of the game. Real estate, they want pictures of the houses that they're trying to buy and sell. So I just figured going corporate will probably be for the better. As far as the personal side, uh, weddings and get-togethers and stuff like that, I'll still do if I'm offered, but I'm leaning more towards a lot of these senior pictures and stuff like that for
yeah.
schools.
Because I was about to be in that corporate lane when I did that Christmas party. That was setting me up to do more and more, but and good old COVID said no, 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 no.
Yeah, COVID's a bitch. It ruined a lot of stuff.
That was easy 450 I made that day.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate everybody watching. You got any questions, comments? Comment below if you're watching on YouTube. Email us if you want, the two dudes podcast at yahoo.com. And you can always catch us on any of our social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, um, any other BS that we might have out there. Catch us. Kevin, as always, another good one. Appreciate you, brother.
Same to you, my brother. Great doing this. My dog, one of my dog crazy. Just put that like that. I enjoy when we do this all the time. Whatever it's good to reconnect. Make sure we both good. Just doing what we got to do. To try to entertain the world best we can and to keep
Absolutely.
ourselves sane at the same time.
Absolutely. As always, everybody, please stay positive, stay blessed, and I'll see you again soon. Kevin, take us on home.
Hey, holla at your boys. Don't yell.